To start working with TouchDesigner, go to Derivative website, click on Get It Now on Go for a non-commercial license for now and download it. Complete the setup steps. In this version I'm using, that is 2023.11.340. This is the first look I get after installation. There are some main parts in TouchDesigner, and I will explain them in this episode. You can easily hold left-click button and move mouse to navigate in the network window. Zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. By holding right-click you can select several of operators. These rectangles are called operators. You can move them, delete them or add one. Each of these operators does something. Also they have inputs in the left, and outputs in the right. The whole network is called a patch. You will learn about them deeply later. To get familiar with the interface, I start here. Like other software, there are general options of software. A file menu containing the options for the files. Edit to change some settings of TouchDesigner. The dialog menu has some tools for the software itself. And there is help menu that I highly recommend you to explore deeply. And also some other resources to learn TouchDesigner and discuss your problems. This button turns off cooking and completely stops the network and timeline. And this shows your FPS. You need to have a look at it and optimize your work. With real-time enabled, TouchDesigner might decide to repeat frames if the hardware cannot keep up with the selected FPS. This text shows your last work in the network with the exact time. After these, there is Perform Mode button. I will show you how to use this button to perform with a video projector, etc. This one opens the palette which is here. The palette has some tools to make your work easier. I will show you some of the common tools here. Then you can change layout here. With this, you can move in your patch separately. In the last row you can change the type of pane. It's possible to change them in layouts with more panes. You can switch between the network editor that is here already, the panel that shows the output, geometry that shows a selected geometry, and has some options to view, and the other types you will get familiar with in next episodes. This rectangle also shows the output, and you can use it as preview for yourself. If you moved into a component, you can get back with these arrows. These are to add and bookmark operators. This indicates your location in your project. Here you can close, magnify or link a pane to another one. So, generally you will work in Network Editor to process your work with the operators. Also here is Parameters window. The shortcut to bring it is P. Each component has its own parameters. Most of them have different tabs to sort the properties. At the bottom, there is a timeline that runs continuously because I have no range limit. If I change it to once, it will stop at frame 600. And that's because I have 600 for the end frame and also 60 frames per second. If you leave it on loop, the operators continue doing their work based on their settings. So this was introducing to the main parts of the interface. In the next episode, you will see more about operators.